As anticipation reaches fever pitch, one of the biggest stories in world rugby is not about confidence, dominance, or bold predictions, it is about unexpected nerves. Former Springboks legend Victor Matfield, a player who built his reputation on composure under immense pressure, has admitted that he is surprisingly uneasy ahead of South Africa's highly anticipated 2026 Test opener against England. His comments have sparked widespread discussion among rugby fans because, on paper, the Springboks appear to have every advantage. They sit comfortably at the top of the world rugby rankings, they are playing at home in Johannesburg, and they face an England side that arrives after a difficult run of results. Yet according to Matfield, appearances can be deceiving, and this weekend's showdown could prove far more complicated than many supporters expect. Speaking openly, Matfield explained that despite the excitement surrounding the Springboks, the team remains largely untested this season. Apart from a warm-up fixture against the Barbarians, South Africa has not faced the level of pressure that England is expected to bring. That lack of competitive preparation, he believes, creates uncertainty. The players have returned from clubs spread across the world, reunited for a short period, and now face enormous expectations from a nation accustomed to success. Matfield suggested that the Springboks are beginning to experience the same pressure that has followed New Zealand for decades, where every match is treated as a must-win occasion and anything less than victory is viewed as disappointment. That expectation alone, he believes, can become an invisible opponent. Meanwhile, England may arrive carrying the burden of recent defeats, but they also bring valuable match sharpness. Under head coach Steve Boardwick, England endured a frustrating Six Nations campaign, suffering multiple losses that raised questions about their consistency. However, their performances also revealed encouraging signs. Their dramatic contest against France showed resilience, determination, and the ability to compete with one of the world's strongest teams until the very last moments, eventually losing only to a late penalty from Thomas Ramos. Those displays have convinced many observers that England remain dangerous despite what their recent record may suggest. For the Springboks, overlooking that threat could prove costly. One of the most fascinating battles will undoubtedly take place in the forward pack, where physical dominance often determines the outcome of matches between these rugby giants. South Africa has built its modern success on powerful scrummaging and relentless forward play, but England has quietly developed one of the strongest scrums in international rugby. Matfield acknowledged that this confrontation could become the defining contest of the afternoon. He expressed excitement about seeing experienced Springbok stars Thomas du Toit, Oxenchi, and Malcolm Marx reunited in the front row, believing their chemistry and physical presence will be tested immediately against a confident English pack determined to prove itself. Beyond the scrum, however, perhaps the biggest mystery surrounds the tactical approach of head coach Rassie Erasmus. Known throughout rugby as one of the sport's greatest innovators, Erasmus has repeatedly surprised opponents with creative strategies and unexpected selections. This opening test raises several intriguing questions. Will the Springboks continue relying on their highly effective territorial kicking game? Will they unleash a faster, more expansive attacking style? Or has Erasmus prepared yet another tactical innovation that nobody outside the camp has anticipated? Even Matfield admitted uncertainty, saying he is eager to discover exactly what version of the Springboks will emerge when the whistle blows. Adding another fascinating storyline is the continued rise of England's young sensation Henry Pollock. Over the past year, the talented forward has become one of rugby's most talked-about rising stars, attracting headlines for both his performances and his growing reputation. According to Matfield, while Erasmus has publicly praised Pollock, many Springbok players will be especially motivated to challenge him physically. It is the kind of rivalry that often defines elite Test rugby, where established champions seek to remind emerging stars that every reputation must be earned under the toughest conditions. During the discussion, All Blacks legend Sir John Kirwan offered a different perspective, arguing that players like Pollock are exactly what rugby needs. He praised the youngsters' confidence and welcomed the emergence of genuine superstar personalities capable of attracting new audiences to the sport. Kirwan even suggested that Erasmus has been speaking positively about Pollock because he wants to see the best young talents competing on the biggest stage, believing great rivalries only strengthen international rugby. That contrast of opinions highlights another reason why Saturday's encounter carries so much intrigue. It is not simply a battle between two famous national teams, it represents a meeting between established champions, ambitious challengers, experienced veterans, and fearless newcomers all sharing the same stage. Every tackle, every scrum, every tactical decision, and every individual matchup could influence not only the outcome of this test but also the momentum each nation carries into the remainder of the international season. As kickoff approaches, confidence and caution exist side by side. The Springboks possess the rankings, the home crowd, and a squad overflowing with proven champions, yet Victor Matfield's warning serves as a timely reminder that international rugby rarely follows expectations. England arrives wounded but determined, carrying enough talent and motivation to turn doubt into opportunity. With Rassie Erasmus plotting his latest tactical masterclass, Steve Baldwick searching for a statement victory, and rising stars like Henry Pollock eager to seize the spotlight, all the ingredients are in place for a memorable contest. Whether South Africa confirms its status as the world's #1 team or England produces a stunning upset, one thing is certain: the opening whistle will mark the beginning of a fierce battle that rugby fans around the world will not want to miss, and by the final whistle, the sport could have an unforgettable new chapter written into its history.